What is up, everybody? Welcome to the post-match reaction. Liverpool have just drawn with Man United at Old Trafford in an embarrassing display. Steve, I'm just going to give my thoughts right off the bat. They didn't deserve to win, and I'm saying Man United. They didn't even deserve the draw. I don't think they deserved a single point from that game. But we do this, bro. Like that single mistake from Kwanzaa, that goal completely changed the entire momentum feeling of the game. Completely. We just gave it to him.
I think embarrassing is a good way to put it. I'm almost speechless to some extent. But the crazy part is, like, we could have lost that. Like, if we didn't get that pen, we would have lost.
Yeah.
And then we would have gotten nothing. But what really stinks now is it's not ours to lose anymore. We have to hope that Arsenal will drop points.
Yep.
And we have to win out.
We're not in control anymore. And that's what pisses me off. Dude, I'm going to be honest, man. I just feel like Man United suck. They're not good. We gave them that game. How many shots on target? Or not even how many shots on target. How many shots did we have?
28.
That's unbelievable. Now,
But
Ross,
the shots on target's the tough part. We had 7, they had 5.
Yeah, but
we're just blasting the ball into bodies.
They blocked so many. And we are joint top of the table right now with Arsenal, 1 point ahead of City. And that's fine.
I don't think I hate the term joint top sometimes because the goal differential gap is 9. We're not top. We're second.
Yeah.
And Ross, I'm glad you're, I guess, optimistic.
I was just about to say.
I'm not at all. I'm not at all anymore. And it's not even City that I'm worried about. Can't believe I'm saying that. So Arsenal don't look like they're going to lose.
Yep.
They don't look like they're going to lose at all. And we didn't do enough in the final third today. It just was not good enough. Let me put it this way. The performance was good enough to deserve a win, but we didn't make it convincing at all. We had 11 or 12 corners.
Jesus.
And put no headers on target, which just seemed a little rough to some extent. I mean, we scored off a set piece, but that was a little bit different. But like, they did a great job defending Virgil. I thought we were going to have to nick a goal from a Virgil header or something like that. Robbo had terrible crosses. I feel like that's maybe where the opportunity was missed on the scoring side of things, was with the corners we had.
You think really the corners?
Robertson had just so many bad corners. Well, to the point where they had Soboslai take one at one point because they were like, what's going on here? They were all short, just dropping at the front post, and Man United was just clearing them away.
But what about all of how many shots we had that were like point blank range and that just went over the bar? Or, Onana had a few good saves, or the countless shots that were just blocked. Or the counterattacks where we're thinking too much. We're making an extra pass when we don't need to. That counterattack was like 4-on-2, and Diaz has an open angle and rolls it across the 6-yard box to Darwin, who has no angle. These are like those chances. It's not even that, dude. Like, we miss chances. That happens. We create a lot of chances, and teams are sitting deep, so they're going to block it. To me, it's the fact that we let them back in the game. Up until the Kwanzaa mistake, we had that game in the bag. We were controlling that game. They looked awful. Terrible. They could not get into the final third. The second that goal goes in, all the momentum changes. And all of a sudden, United look like a really good team. That's what pisses me off the most, because they're not a good team. We gave them that opportunity to look good today.
I mean, it's just a really smart play from Fernandes. You got to give him credit. As much as I don't want to, that's a really smart play. You almost never see that. Normally, people would just grab that and wait for, teammates to press up beyond them and then look for some sort of through ball, but he just hit it. It's not on Kelleher. That's for sure.
It's not on Kelleher.
Kelleher
No.
still almost had a chance at that. Like he wasn't way out of position.
Yeah.
Um, but I thought Soboslai was poor.
He was definitely poor. We'll
I
get into
thought
player
that's why I
ratings.
said I thought he was going to be the X factor because we needed a performance out of him. He was very indecisive, just blasting the ball off blocks. It's I don't even know what to say. It's just not. It's not good. We have to depend on another team now to drop points, and it's just pathetic that we're in this position.
It's so stressful. It's so stressful, especially with how well Arsenal have been playing. Thank you, Liz, for the super chat. The curse words came out easy today. It's remarkable. We beat ourselves. Again, I mean, you can look at all the different aspects of this game. Um, but again, first half was excellent. Excellent play from us. I think we just looked great. Second, the mistake happens. You're away from home. You start to get shaky. But going back to what you're talking about with certain players, I mean, we can do player ratings here. I mean, we can start with Kelleher. I mean, honestly, what are you going to give him? Like a 6,
I thought he was fine.
7? I'll start my baseline 7. We'll start with 7. I don't think.
He did his job.
Yeah.
You weren't going to stop the Menu shot. That was a great finish. And then the Fernandez thing's not on him. Other than that, nothing sketchy. He gets a standard 6 or 7 for me.
Yeah. 6 or 7, I think, is justified. Seek, what's going on, man? Going over to right back, Connor Bradley. I thought Connor Bradley was fine. He looked really good in that first half. There were some really good opportunities there, good link up play. But again, I can't give him anything more than a 7. Like he was just average.
Yeah, he did his job. He's going to get a 7 for
Yeah.
me as well.
Take care, Liz. Kwanzaa, I'm gonna give him a 6, or I want to give him a 5 for that mistake. I really do. But again, you got to give credit to Fernandez. But I also think aside from that mistake, Kwanzaa actually played really well. You take that mistake out, he did really well defending Rashford. He was man marking Bruno in the first half and basically shut him down. So I liked that. And at the end of the game, he was pushing forward, trying to make things happen. He wasn't bad, but that mistake really knocks you down. Oyvind gives him a 3. I don't know.
I'm giving Kwanzaa a 5.
I'll give him a 5 for that mistake too. Yeah, but I just want everyone to actually take a step back. Just playing devil's advocate, he actually had a good game aside from that mistake, but that mistake ultimately cost us the game. So Kwanzaa with that. Van Dijk, 7. What else is he going to do?
Yeah.
Robertson, 5, 6.
Do you think he was poor?
I wouldn't say his crosses were as bad as you thought they were. He wasn't exceptional.
Oh, his corners were abysmal.
He can't put a shot on target ever, and I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I think Robbo for me gets a 6. He just was a little off today. He brought the energy. He was fine.
Yeah.
I just think his corner delivery was some of the worst I've seen. The little thing I noticed that I think most people probably aren't, but when you have 11 corners and half of them don't even get into the danger area, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, they were either that or they were too long.
Right, and that's a scenario where somebody else has to take those from the right side.
Yeah,
if Trent's not around, maybe it's Soboslai, maybe it's McAllister, somebody.
Yeah. So going into the midfield now, Endo got dispossessed a bunch in the first half, but aside from that, I didn't see anything from Endo, dude. 6,
5. Average at best, average to below average. His standard has been so high. He played today. Yeah. Wasn't great, not much to report, and he gets a 5.
Yeah, McAllister gets a 7 for me. Thought he was great, did his job.
I'm giving McAllister an 8. I think he was our best player today.
You think? Okay.
Yeah, the guy's unbelievable. He's just everywhere. Just dispossessing people, keeping possession, turning players. He put in an above average performance today.
Okay, fair enough. I'll still give him a 7, just because again the team result. But Soboslai, this is the man of discussion, man. Soboslai he's just off. He's stepped slow, giving the ball away, getting dispossessed. Give him a 5.
I think I'd agree with that number. I think he was in the right positions. I just think his decision making is off. I don't think he did anything necessarily awful, but he didn't bring much. He didn't bring much. And that's why before the match on the Sunday summary earlier, I was reading about this and I mentioned it. It might have been a game for Elliott or Jones. Somebody that's going to create something or bring something, because Soboslai he seems a little bit off. He's still walking into 99% of the teams in Europe, like walking right into the first 11. There's no doubt. But when you have all of those like counterattacks where you have numbers in your favor, I felt like he had the ball at his feet with a lot of them and not much happened. When he had it, I was thinking to myself, please give it up. Like, just please give it up. And it's a very important role that he plays on the counterattack because he's got those long legs. He's got the pace. He's going to end up with the ball just like Gakpo does, crossing midfield, leading the charge. And you have to make better decisions.
That's a good point. The decision-making was poor, not only from Soboslai, but I think from everyone today. I really did, in the final third especially. But Soboslai, 5 I think is a fair number. I want to go over to the chat and see what people are saying. Yogesh asking if he's even a center attacking mid. Hank with a comment about McAllister was the heart and soul of the team today. Had the 1,000-yard stare at the end because we didn't win. He's so consistent recently. See what else we got in here. Yeah, we'll get to the front line next. Dude, front line. Diaz, 6, just because of the missed chances. No. He scored. He scored. I'll give Diaz an 8.
I think I'm going to give Diaz a 7. He scored, but he also had a chance to. He had a tap in at the end of the match.
He did.
It's a tap in, and he's diving like it's like we're playing volleyball. Tap the ball in the net. He put it into the 40th row. Just tap it in.
It barely missed the crossbar, to be fair. But I agree with you. That's a tap in. It should go in every time.
Just smash it right at Onana, if nothing else.
Yep.
Keep it down. Put it on target. You are a foot away from the goal.
God, bro.
Missing the goal from there is harder than putting it on target. Way harder.
Yeah, Hank says Jota buries that.
Jota buries that. Every player on the team's burying that.
9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Even 10 out of 10, man. Darwin, he had the flick. Aside from that, nothing.
I thought he was okay. I thought he was okay. I'm going to give him a 6. He had that glancing header. Is that an assist?
I'll give him a 7.
That might count as an assist.
That's definitely an assist.
Because he was trying to do that. You could tell when you watch the replay.
If you touch the ball beforehand, you get the assist, I'm pretty sure. Wow, everyone's giving him a 4. Okay. Look, I'm way too kind with the rating. Just, I don't know, man. Because I'm watching every player, I'm thinking about, like, were they actually bad? Not really. The only one who was really bad, I think, I'm going to be honest, bro, Salah was pretty bad. 5 for Darwin. Okay. I guess we were generous.
If we won the match, these numbers would be different.
Yeah, right.
You know, especially from those in the chat giving these low ratings, and that's fine. I love it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But if we won that match at the end there, if Diaz taps that in,
fair point.
Then these ratings are much different.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point. So Salah did convert the pen. That's fair, but I think Salah gave the ball up, just didn't quite have it today. A below average game for Salah, definitely. I'll give Salah a 5. And again, I think a lot of the ratings you guys are giving are fair. I really do. 2, maybe a little aggressive on Salah, but yeah. 5. I think 5 is fair for Salah. But going to the subs, bro, Curtis Jones, completely off of it when he was on. I don't know if no one was communicating with him or what, but the amount of times that a defender just came up behind him and took the ball was absurd.
In very, very in big spaces when he had plenty of time.
Right.
I saw that a lot today. letting defenders come from behind, just nick the ball away. Like, how do you don't know they're there?
Yeah, is no one talking?
It's
No one
not
saying,
even that, but like you got to scan before you receive the ball. And he does that. They all do that.
yeah.
What do you think? He's just going to run up behind you and let you trot on? He's going to come in for the tackle.
It's weird. It's just that, like you said, everyone was checks it, but the only one who seemed like he could keep possession was McAllister.
Yeah, he was great
Everyone
today.
else, even Endo was letting guys come up from behind and just dispossess him. But I'm going to be honest, I thought Elliott was really good when he came on. Elliott was great. He had the confidence to switch the play. He didn't feel like he didn't just see what was in front of him when he was under pressure. He looks around, he sees the switch if it's on. He plays those 1-2s on the right side. He's cutting inside, he's switching channels. He played really, really well today, Elliott. I feel like I want to give Elliott an 8.
I'm cool with that. But it's just, again, it's a kind of a, how long did he come on for?
What do you come on, 65th
30?
or
Yeah.
70th minute?
He did well. Especially with Salah just off his game a little bit today.
Yeah. And then Gomez came on. Gomez was fine. I mean, 6.
He was okay. Yeah.
6. And then were there any other subs? Gakpo didn't do a damn thing. I think that's it. Those are the only subs that were made. So Anthony says here, high line needs to go. I had that thought immediately once the goal went in, the first goal. To me, that's not a high line mistake. Maybe you could argue if we weren't playing a high line, Kelleher's further back makes the save, right? You could make that argument. But you got to give credit to Bruno, and you got to be critical of Kwanzaa. That's just what I'm thinking. The high line is a stressful way to play, but neither the first goal was, I guess you could say, but the second goal wasn't a counterattack goal, was it? You just got the ball in the box, turned and shot. Great goal. What else we got in here?
Can Kiwi says Elliott's the only impact off the bench. Yeah. Yep.
Today,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Because we needed that type of player in there. Because Soboslai wasn't doing anything. Salah wasn't great. Allison saves that shot, by the way. Oyvind says Allison saves that shot. Which one? Mainu? I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
That was a great shot.
You got to give them credit for both their goals, as a matter of fact.
You know, that's another salt in the wound because both goals were good. They weren't like tap-ins. They were good goals. But that's annoying.
Dermot saying Elliott should have started. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that. I was calling for Dom, but I think Elliott would have been a decent shout as well.
Agreed. He's
got better decision making. He makes good decisions. Even if he's passing it backwards, he's making good decisions. And Elliott can dribble, but he's not trying to take people on. He's just playing his role in facilitating, and that's what he does. He doesn't have pace. He doesn't have crazy dribbling skills. He plays within himself. And for the most part, makes good decisions. And you're right, switches the play.
Yeah.
Dom's just running full speed into walls and blasting the ball off Harry Maguire and freaking Dallo. Like, what are you doing?
Jesus.
But that's not the reason we lost the game. The reason we lost the game is because we weren't clinical at all. And we had more chances and couldn't put them away.
I'm just thinking about that one. I think it must have been in the second half. Darwin just comes flying. No, it's the first half. Darwin comes flying in out of nowhere, 90 miles an hour to like win the ball back. Just trips over, gets fouled. It was just so funny because the camera was on, I don't know who, maybe it was Garnacho. Camera's on him. All of a sudden you see just this figure across the screen. It's Darwin, 90 miles an hour from the front line defending. God, needed more of that. Queasy, what's going on? Thank you to all of our channel members here. Again, if you want to support the channel, you can always do so. But just being here, liking the stream, but also if you want to go above and beyond, the channel membership really helps keep the channel going. A lot of the stuff behind the scenes costs money to run, the software, editing, all that stuff. So appreciate you guys who choose to do the channel membership.
Queasy E, tough body shot today. It was always going to be a tricky week. And then he said, fight isn't over. Man, I give you guys a lot of credit for being optimistic. This is bad. This is very bad. There's no positives to take from this match. Zero.
No, the match itself, right? It sucks. It's a terrible. It's just everything about it sucked. The fact that we beat ourselves, missed chances, United, the league, all that stuff. But you still can be positive about it. There's tons of time. Arsenal and Man City can absolutely still drop points. It's just a pain in the ass that it's not in our hands anymore.
Yeah, but there's nothing positive to take from today, from the week, from like looking into the future. There's just no reason to be excited. It's not up to us anymore. Even if we do our job and we're perfect, we could still lose the league or not win the league. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, but
when you go up against a team that lets up 30 shots a game. They just let up 4 to Chelsea the other day.
I know.
And we can only put 1 in the net in a penalty? Like, I think we need to be a little bit more critical here.
No. We're critical of the game. I think we're all on the same page. It's a bad game. We're looking at the overall picture, though. Like, you can still be optimistic. Maybe you're not positive about the game, right? Like, the game's shit. Awful. I feel terrible. I'm just embarrassed and I'm pissed. I'm more pissed than anything. But overall, you can still be positive. Like, hey, let's go. Let's win out. Hope they drop points. And then we can be pissed at the end of the year if it ends up being, hey, we should have converted those chances.
Yeah, I hope you guys are right. Oh, even with a super chat here. I hope you guys are right. Let me just put it that way.
City and Arsenal won't win away at Spurs. This is our toughest game. It's not even that bad. Look, appreciate the super chat. There's always a chance, Steve. There really is, man.
You had to get out of there with 3 points.
I agree, but it's not over, is what I'm saying. We don't have the cushion anymore, so it's more stressful. There's more pressure to do this now. You know what I mean? Like, there's more pressure to win out. I didn't want that pressure. Queasy, appreciate the super chat. I don't see any positives either, but the season isn't over today. We're all playing in Europe, and I can see all 3 of us still dropping points. So I think I think Queasy's kind of agreeing with both of us. There's nothing positive from today, but for the season as a whole, you can still stay positive. Absolutely. Again, thanks for the donations, guys. Spurs are our only chance to beat Arsenal, but I see us dropping more points, just not ruthless. Today, we definitely weren't ruthless. We beat ourselves. William Farrell, what's up? How you doing? Spence says Villa away is going to be tough. One in the second and the last week of the year. That is going to be a tough match. Appreciate the support, Will. Seriously. Ross says winning would have made things easier, of course, but we're still in it to win it. And that's where I'm at.
Do you think that today's performance means that we're even capable of winning out?
I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as I'm literally looking at it as we played well enough to win up until that mistake. As soon as the mistake happened, we gifted United just this confidence they didn't have in the first half of the game, and then they started playing better. That's all it was. It was a mistake on our end. That is the only thing that fucked the game for us, dude. We had that game in the bag. I'm telling you.
So we have Crystal Palace next. We have Atalanta. We're not even going to talk about them. We have Crystal Palace next at home, then Atalanta again. Then we have Fulham away. Then we have Everton away. Then we have West Ham away.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
Yep. And then we have Tottenham
at home.
Villa away. Jesus. And then Wolves home.
All right, so we have Spurs, Villa, Wolves, West Ham. Those are the 4 tough ones. Who else?
Palace, Everton, and someone else are the other ones.
Really, just all mid except Everton, all mid-table sides. Crystal Palace might be down there too, but oh my god. Hopefully next week we'll have everyone back. We'll have a little bit more dangerous attack going forward. But Oyvind, look at this, bro. Expected goals. Man United 0.87. Liverpool nearly 4 expected goals, dude. To me, that's just absurd. That's just not acceptable. Unbelievable. Nighty says, also the defense is not good enough. How can we be that when you have the best center back in the world? I don't want to pick apart the defensive performance because I don't think it was bad. It was just the mistake, dude. That's all it is. And I think, Steve, we'll get to closing thoughts here. I feel like you're feeling very negative, rightly so. I'm not necessarily feeling positive, but I'm more positive than you. I just think that this game was absurd. We should have won.
We're in a rough spot.
Joint top. Joint
Spare
top.
me. Please spare me. We're second.
We are. We're second. 8-9 goal difference. Jesus. Anthony says, have we beat the top 5 this season?
No.
Wow.
7 games against the Big 6, 7 points. I think they said on the TV.
And so let's.
And then I don't know if today was included in that.
Oh my god. That pisses me off, dude. Steve, you got any
Blades just pissed at Jota.
Where is he at?
He said this a couple times, and he's right. And I don't even want to start bashing the injuries, because that's another thing that I think we forget about. Like we mentioned earlier, half the squad's out, and they've been out.
Yeah.
And who knows how Konate is? Yeah, we don't even know how he is.
I hope maybe it's just precautionary to keep him out.
Trent, Allison.
These are key players.
Jota, yeah, man. Like these are big time players.
Yeah, Jota especially.
Even still, you gotta win. You gotta win the match today. We were poor.
Look, Ross, I get you, man. I get you, and I really do appreciate how optimistic you're being. But at this point in the season, it is okay to be critical, especially if it's not like a well battled out game. We gave that game to them. And I know you can see that. If you watch the game, you see the first half, you see how we played, you give them that goal, immediately it changes. Now United are the best team in the Premier League.
Yeah, no, seriously, they just started playing way better. But we even had chances at the end.
Right.
We even controlled possessions for the latter stages of the game, but it doesn't matter. DJ Paul ZP, here's your boy. How can a keeper be injured for so long?
That's what I'm saying.
Seriously.
What the hell is wrong with him? What did he do?
At this point, like, don't even come back. At this point, what
what is going on? What the hell did you do? I don't understand, dude. But Cetic, I don't even know where the hell is he? Not that he would play, but it's like, where is he? Oh, all right. Steve, we're all pissed, but you got any closing thoughts, man?
I don't think we're going to win the league.
Oh, God, I hate... Why?
Because we've had chances, and in the big matches, we just fold. We folded under City. We got a point versus City, a point versus United, and lost to Arsenal. It's just not good enough.
We have played good enough to win the league. That's why we're level on points with the top team in the league, even if the goal difference is better. We have played well enough to win the league. There have been points in the season where, yes, we've been trash. Today, right, against Arsenal, we've made mistakes. We've had injuries. I get all that. But it's still possible, bro. You're allowed to believe that we're not going to win the league, but I'm not going to say that at all yet.
I think we're good enough to win the league, but I don't think we will.
God.
We've had too much adversity this year, too much go against us, and we have to be absolutely perfect from here on out. And
We have had a
United's, I'm
lot.
sorry, but United's not a good team.
They're not. We all
And
agree on
that's
that.
3 times we've struggled to beat them this year. I don't care, rivalry or no rivalry. We couldn't beat them at home. We lost to them. And then we very well could have lost today, if not for the penalty.
If I don't even want to think about if we would have lost today. If we would have lost today, it would have been just ridiculous. Just a ridiculous loss. So that's where I'm at.
This
Guys,
is going to put wind behind the sails of Arsenal and City, and we just got to hope we can find a way to dig deep.
Well, you think it would have put wind in our sails beating or having Arsenal and City draw, and we play well against Sheffield, and then come in today. I didn't think we played bad until the mistake, dude. And you know what? Kwanzaa feels it. He feels bad right now. So let's just get behind him because he's been crucial this season. All right. One mistake, even if it is a costly mistake, you can't say it's going to cost us the league yet. Too many matches to be played. But thanks for being here, bro.
How many matches left, Kyle? 7?
6?
7.
Right? No. 7. You're right. Played 31. We'll be good. We'll be good, guys. Let's hang in there, man. Appreciate all of our channel members, everyone here, especially like the stream if you enjoyed it. Share it with a friend. Hopefully we'll take this into the week and beat Atalanta and stay positive. Until next time, Reds. Take care.